peanut. Most of my funny Italian stories and stories that are funny here were not funny at that time. They're funny in retrospect. Yeah.
Let's hear that one.
Our margherita pizza is pretty much the classical DOC pizza. It's basically tomatoes, mozzarella, extra virgin olive oil, and basil, and sea salt. The reason it's so good is because it's so simple, and that's what makes a good pizza, I think, is few toppings so that the crust, the dough itself has a chance to rise, and you can taste the sea salt and the flour and the tomatoes. Those are the best pizzas, the real simple ones. Well, the first time I went, it was probably 1987. I kind of was really very lucky, but standing in line for the phone booth there. And in those days, there were lines at phone booths. It was kind of funny. But I was talking to this young girl, telling her that I was, here looking for work, staying in the youth hostel, trying to find an apartment. And I gave her my number, and she called me a week later telling me that her mother was a journalist for restaurants in Rome, and that she had an interview for me in a restaurant in Fiumicino, which is the coast of Rome. And that was the beginning of it all. That's where I got my first job, was Il Pescatore. Most people who are excited or serious about pizza are going to have a pizza stone in their oven. You can find those all over the internet or different stores. It just creates a hotter surface for the pizza, so it instantly starts to cook. It won't cook in 90 seconds like this will, but you get a pretty good replica of it. Put that on the bottom shelf of your oven, as thick as you can get, and turn it up to 500 or 550. Get it really hot, and slide your pizza in off of one of those wood peels. All of the good mozzarellas are hand-stretched, and they're stored in brine. They'll be soft and supple, and it won't be overly rubbery. Freshness is really what you were looking for. Queen Margherita was visiting Italy, and she went to Napoli, and the chef at the time created this pizza and called it the margherita, and that's kind of where the name came from.